Meeting in the Sherman County Board of Commissioners, come to order, please. First thing on the agenda is public forum for 15 minutes.
Did we have very many wrecks?
I'm sorry?
Were there very many wrecks out on interstate the other day?
There's a lot of wrecks, or a lot of slide offs / wrecks. There's not a lot of damage,
That's good.
considering how much slide offs there were. So I think we lucked out.
Did you have a nice busy day?
Yeah. How many reports you got to take that? 5.
There's 18 slide offs over there.
We were lucky with the minimum amount of damage we had. I mean, no real injuries. I don't even know if they transported it, but
I went there when they did.
So I think we lucked out on
Yeah.
a lot of that. So. How we got closed a lot, which is good. A little too late.
Do we have enough places for people to go?
Opened up the shelter, and they got people in there. But then they opened up interstate, which alleviated some of that. So there's just, a lot of people just decided to stay, which is good. Had a few people out in the county use GPS to get around and,
Didn't make it so far. Some of them didn't make it very
we
far.
ended up in the middle of the field somewhere and had to go find them. So had one road to. They're going to an Airbnb in St. Francis. Road 2. Not like Detroit. Honestly, the 18 that he mentioned, that's the one that got reported.
Was it?
A lot of them happened and they got themselves out. There were people sliding off everywhere.
Well, I know the Methodist church was set up for a shelter. Was that the only one that we had?
I know they're moving more cots in, the last I heard was when we opened up the highways, they were still moving cots in to accommodate. A lot of people decided to stay, so they tried to chance it. So.
The one time they had used to open the max up, but they didn't do it this time.
If it gets really bad like that one year, the maxes. Well, that we actually had to do because we lost power at the wallet building. We had that set up and had to move everything to max because I don't know why they didn't. They would have been without power too. So I don't know. Usually they get it shut down quick enough to where the hotels can handle it or people just leaving their cars. But here we had 200-300 cars don't know how many were in the cars, milling around and trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Watching the cameras when they shut it down. It was just like a freeway coming off of,
Oh, it
because
was.
Michael was working over it. I'm like, eh.
And 24 was just as bad
Yeah.
after that, because everybody went to 24, they started coming in, he went down off 24, just across the street.
Then they went down to 40. Yeah, no,
40,
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Well, they left 27 open going south, and I thought, okay,
Just happened.
people can go that way.
Have you been down there with the new road construction by Sherman Springs?
Yeah.
No.
No, they gotta get there. They have to go.
I haven't heard the moisture content, but there ought to be pretty good moisture in that snow. So, rain before and then slushy.
And the snow was a surprise, wasn't it? That much for sure.
I didn't think we'd get the second go around. First one, I kind of anticipated the slushy and that, but
Make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $248,098.59 and $1,018.99. Correction.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded, we paid the bills. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion's passed. Everybody get a chance to read the minutes? Both sets.
Yeah, I was gonna typo on the first one, the first set of minutes for December 11th. It's just in the public comment, talking about the groundwater, where it says 100% paid and she shared, it should be he. That's all I had on that.
Okay. Is that a form of motion to approve that then?
I will make a motion to approve minutes from December 11th and December 22nd.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Both same sign. Motion's passed. We have from Kimball Mapping, the map maintenance agreement. Total fees agreed was $10,200. Continue through 2024.
Make a motion to approve that agreement with Kimball Mapping.
Do I hear a second?
I just, was kind of wondering what they were doing, Steve.
This is the,
So that is so our GIS program that we use, our mapping program, they are the vendors that do all of the line work for us. When you're on our website and you're on the parcel search, you can see where the parcel layers are and stuff. They're the company that does all of that.
Okay. I'll second that then. I wasn't for sure what it was.
yeah, sounds good. Been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion's passed. Adams and Brown, that's,
So the last letter in there says that they purchased Ronfeld Iron.
okay.
They absorbed them, yes.
Okay, they absorbed that. So we'll still have the same people.
Supposed to, we don't really know.
Okay.
So would this be a good time to go out for bid with other companies, or do we want to take a shot on these guys?
I don't know the timing. I mean, they usually come out in January, so maybe we do them for a year, try it, and
See
go
what,
out for bid the next year.
Yeah, well, that's Yeah. Yeah, let's see what other choice we have.
Do we have anybody else in the area?
These guys are out of Lockford.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's Adams and Brown and Hayes. I think where else? They're all over.
Yeah.
They do a lot of the other counties.
Good.
I guess I'll make a motion to accept the proposal from Adams and Brown for county audits
For the upcoming year.
for the upcoming year.
Are you a second to that motion?
I will second that.
Been moved and seconded, we go with Adam and Brown LLC, certified public accountants for the year 2024. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Right on time, kind sir. That's just
Couple minutes late.
snowy roads.
My turn.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys did you get copies of the alley plans?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Gonna see if there's any comments or anything you would like changed. And we had some questions on what you might want to do in a couple areas, so.
Well, I guess for now, ask your questions.
My question was what we really want to do in front of that building. I think that used to be tennis courts over here.
Right.
Leave it all open or narrow it down so you can have parking there. Basically, they're losing a lot of parking there because it's just all open now to get into that building. Do we want to put curb along there? Right now, we just showed a couple curb stops there, so we only have 2 stalls. Because the area between the 2 buildings, I think we need to keep open.
Mhm.
There's an open area there.
Right. Well, you've got the area where they enter with their patrol vehicles to go into the jail.
Yeah,
And then,
that will stay. And then there's a grass area there
Right.
in between the 2.
Yeah, that would stay.
That would have to stay. So we have this area blocked off for no parking, which you lose about 4 or 5 parking stalls. I don't know what else to do with it. I think it needs to stay that way.
I agree.
would we want to leave it as grass or
I didn't know what the plan was for that area, I guess.
Between the buildings, that's how it's or
Yeah, between the-
size, once I can afford the $60,000.
Let's see.
Okay, now was the out, like the jail parking lot, was that a separate? Is that separate?
Yeah, we would break that out probably. In the estimate, it's all included in there, but we could put that as an alternate.
Okay.
It is all in that estimate right now, which that includes everything.
Yeah, because repairing like up to the jail sidewalk, making sure that all's not leaking and water getting under the sidewalk and under the generator and all that was part of the alley, right? Or not really?
We did not do anything under that generator pad.
But are you going to slope that to where it's gonna take the water one way or,
I mean, it's
It's a valley, right? The whole alley's gonna be a valley.
valley, right?
And part of it will drain south.
yeah, drain to the middle of the alley.
Right.
Or the parking area. So it'll
Yep.
drain away from the building.
Right.
And the generator, I planned on buying a couple of those kits, elevate that stuff, where
Yeah.
it's away from the building.
Right.
Because the alley's drained in that area so long that it's caused that generator to sink. So, I've been researching that.
So just have it raised up.
That jacking kit.
Mud jacking or something.
Yeah, it's foam jack.
Yep. Yep.
But that's not in this estimate, I guess.
No.
It probably does need to be done so water doesn't go into that corner next to the building
Right.
and cause more issues there.
Yep. And then you got the back steps to the courthouse, right? Redoing those,
Yes. Yep. We're just going to
cap them.
cap them. Yep. That's all we can do there, really.
Yep.
And then you had some like dumpster pads and stuff along the courthouse.
Right.
Didn't know if that's where you want to leave them. I guess the issue there is getting trash trucks in there to pick them up. Not sure if you're having any issues now or not.
I don't think so. I haven't had any problems.
But if cars are parked here, diagonally across here, they will not have room to back in there and pick them up.
It's a side dump.
It's a side dump? Okay, so they'll be okay then.
So where they're at should be good.
So we were just, instead of just making a pad under the, we're just gonna concrete that whole area.
Is that figured in on the bid?
That's in here now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we just figured the whole thing in.
It'd be best just to get it all concreted so it all drain out into the curb
Right.
area.
Yep.
We felt anyway.
Okay, now, so on the storage building, that includes continuation of that apron off the building to the center of the alley, right? So all that'll just be one shot, one pour, or no?
Well, yeah, that's this 3 area here.
Yeah,
We're including that area.
okay,
We did not include anything, say the south 30 feet of that building.
right,
There will not be parking up next to the building there. We do have 2 stalls out here
right.
to make it all blend in, but we did not include that
How
whole
many-
area.
how many
I
feet
mean, we
would
could
that
bump
add?
that on out here and then these 2 stalls would move up to here, up to the building then, if that would be better.
How many feet would that add?
You're looking at least 25 feet there that we didn't include. Probably about a 25 by 25 area.
Okay. I guess I'm just thinking, is that gonna be an area you wish you would have done, later?
Well, that,
Or do you park there now?
What's that?
The south side of that building, do you park clear up to the building?
Where the pad is next to the building, that's where we have control,
We just
control
have-
vehicles right now.
We're just park, we're not gonna park there, the only place we're gonna park is to the very end by the tree.
You guys want it up on the big tube?
please.
That'd be nice.
So here's that building.
Right,
We were just showing this, and there's a door here somewhere,
right.
but then we did not show this area as concrete.
Yeah, I don't use that part. It's just over here on this part. What I plan on doing is bring the fence out and over, and then this becomes all
To this,
exercise.
yeah, to the corner of this building. These won't be here then.
Right,
We had just shown moving these
Okay.
dumpsters over to this area, but we'll leave them over here. So that won't be there.
because then the fence will be over the back of the building, over and up. So,
Up along this.
yeah, so there won't be any fence here. It'll just be straight across and over, then all the way.
Okay.
Because use the buildings as part of the fence, and then this will be a gate.
So this area here would just be
This open.
just open
They
grass
actually park
area.
there now, William, and
Yeah,
Rochelle?
don't you park your truck there?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So they would move out to these 2 stalls probably.
Right.
And then we did, I think maybe some
25
people
by
park here.
25.
They all park out here in this area. No one parks when the curb comes out, because there's a tree here, and then there's Actually, they took the tree out.
Yeah, the tree was in here some, and it's gone.
Yeah.
There's still a tree,
There's a curb here, there's a tree here, but yeah, they park over here.
but we were gonna put a curb in here, curb to the north side of the building. So you wouldn't be able to park north
Right, yeah, there's.
of the north side of the
No one
building.
ever parks there.
Okay,
The only place that's here, they park next to the building here.
but
If
they'll
they
have to
park-
move out
yeah,
to here, so
yeah,
it looks,
Yeah, it won't matter.
no.
I mean, if you wanted to move them up, it wouldn't affect anything. If you put people here, then it makes it hard for the people coming and going to the Sally Port.
And this would be one-way traffic to the north,
So
which I think that's what it's supposed to be now. Don't know if it is that way now, but
yeah,
it's supposed to be.
It's signed that way, but there's some that don't follow it, so.
Yeah.
Does it matter that you're missing a conduit on the drawing?
Yeah, we'd have to have another sidewalk.
No.
Agreed.
A conduit
There's a conduit.
underground.
Right here that has fiber in it.
Oh, you mean underground?
Yes. Does that matter?
Only when you need it.
The gas line and everything crossing over.
But you wanted that additional one.
I would
Yeah.
like an additional one, but that's an existing one that's not on the drawing.
Okay.
You can see the new concrete in the alleyway
Okay.
running from this building to that one.
Yeah, we just need to make sure the utilities were lowered if they need to be, I guess. That make sure it's deep enough.
And then put an additional conduit in.
Yeah.
And what size are you thinking?
2 or 3 inch?
3, okay.
So it's not there now, but it will be.
No. There's
Or it is there.
There's an
There's one
existing
there.
conduit from right here. It would be nice to have another conduit here.
Okay. Just make sure if you put another one in, it's at least 3 feet deep, I guess.
Okay.
'Cause we're showing 7 inches of pavement, then some aggregate base, and then dirt work, so we need to be down. We'll be down at least 2 feet.
Do you want to include that on the bid, or would you do that as part of the?
I would say it probably should be included to make sure it gets done. Okay.
Just put a 3-inch conduit under there. Just,
Yeah.
We don't think how to open it, it's a lot easier to do it than.
Now, the next question, is that enough? Is
So-
one 3-inch conduit enough?
Yes, it would be. I gotta be honest, I don't think the existing one's 2 foot.
the one that's in there.
I don't think the electrical is 2 foot either. Just say,
The electrical goes across there also.
Mm,
and I don't think it's 2
And that's
foot.
for the generator feedback. I don't know, do we need that anymore?
What?
Did you guys put up a generator, right, or no?
No.
It still runs off this one, okay. They were talking about that for a while. Okay, so that needs to be.
Well, then I think we need to make sure that lower the existing stuff to where it meets. And then go ahead and put the,
Yeah, we'll have to have a utility on-site meeting with utility companies and get depths.
I think that's all ours.
They don't like to give us depths.
I think
They'll give you a location, but they don't want to.
I think that's actually ours.
That is yours?
Yeah, it runs from my generator to the courthouse to run emergency system.
Okay.
It's not electrical or city conduit. And as far as drawings, I don't know where they would be to how big it.
We'll take pictures when she's all opened up.
Yeah. So, I just know it's there because the concrete, they
Yep.
pour concrete over the top of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's electrical, I think it's just under there.
Is are both the AT&T and S&T lines used or just one? Probably don't have both services, do you?
Neither are currently being used.
Do everything on internet. Right.
Internet's coming in on the pole
Okay.
currently. The AT&T is not being used, but
Oh, we
That's being outside of our demarcation, I can't speak to that.
yeah, we use S&T for cable.
So S&T line is used, but the AT&T is not. Okay.
My thinking would be if we just put concrete that whole area, add that 25 by 25 area that next to the building, get it done right. While you're there working, it's a whole lot easier to set things up and pour it all.
Yep.
Okay. That way they could park clear next to the building like they
Right.
do now, the way it sounds. So we'll just concrete the whole
That whole,
west side of that building.
Right.
Yep.
No,
There'll be nothing to the north of it, nothing to the south until you get to that
right.
that's what I would say.
Sally board, is that what it's called?
And would that be sloped just a little bit to make sure it drains into the valley?
Yeah, we'll have to slope it all away from the building.
Yeah.
So it slopes all the way west into the valley.
Okay.
Then obviously we'll have to phase that valley or this construction. I think we were gonna have that sheet with me. We were gonna try to do the south half of that first.
Which would have been like the big half.
And then we would do the north half. It's
Right.
almost gonna be about the same half and half.
Okay.
We could do the north half or it wouldn't really matter, which is, to me, I don't think it matters to do the north or the south half first.
Right. Okay.
That way you'd always have access into there. You're gonna have to have access, right? At all times.
It'd be nice if we could maintain that, we don't have to walk them in.
Okay.
As long as we could have a walking path, that'd be minimum.
I mean, there might be, right when we pour right in front of that area, a few days that you might not have access, but
Like if you're gonna do the north part first. So when you do this part, if you can kind of, I mean.
yeah, say we went up to this point and did this portion first, you'd always have access here then.
Right. And then when you do that part, then if we can come in and park and then walk up, the minimum. If we can have walk-up access, because we always need to bring inmates through that location. That's the only place we can bring them in. Otherwise, we don't have it secured and go through areas we don't want to go through.
And probably needs to be 3 phases then. You'd have to say the south half, the north half, and then this parking area would be separate again.
Yeah, that doesn't
Or could
matter.
that be
Well,
done at the same time as these?
Doesn't matter.
It wouldn't matter,
Yeah,
okay.
that doesn't matter at all. It's just access to this driveway.
Okay.
It's the main part, because then that way, if minimum, if they can come in and park here and walk them up, have a walking area, because there's a little sidewalk or something, we can rock it in. It's actually a dirt area.
Okay.
As long as we can have access to this door getting in, so. It'd be nice if we could drive in all the time. I got my garage door replaced. I've been in there for the motor.
You should be able to most of the time, but except when we're pouring that piece right in front of it.
Yeah.
For maybe a week period there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll add that area. We'll keep the dumpsters between the courthouse, just to the east of the courthouse where they are now.
Okay.
That'll keep this whole other area between the 2 buildings to the west or to the east open.
Yep.
So it can be fenced.
Okay.
And then we'll bid that
New combo.
that other parking lot as an alternate. So you
Okay.
decide whether to do it or not.
Yep.
And I'll meet with utility companies and try to see what issues we have there.
There'll be issues. I'm sure
There always are with utilities, so.
And then would you need to bid in the other conduit?
Yeah, I can add. Just have them install the 3-inch pipe underground there. why it's tore up. So that'd go from the north or the southwest corner of that building to where out on the courthouse. Where do I need to angle it to?
I'd have to go outside to show you. It's right next to one of the window wells in the alley. It's not far north. It would be right in this area probably. There's a window well
As long as
outside.
I'm close, I'll just. It'll be just. That's not the existing building. Okay. And then I'd come in just, I guess, just so it's open, it'd be just to the south of that other building, the east building. 'Cause that's gonna be concrete all in front of it then.
You're saying come in on this side?
I'd have to come in on that side. Or you wanna go,
It'd be better with their plans to come in on the west side of that corner.
Yeah, because if you go on the south side, that's all in the future is going to be inmate rec area. So that's something for them to tamper with.
would you take it into the building then, or?
Eventually, that's where I want it, yeah.
Because otherwise it's gonna be, we're gonna pour new concrete over the top of it. So you have to tear out concrete to get to it.
Could you just not leave the stub up, and then we can bring it in the building on that corner?
Just come up to the top of the concrete and cap it.
Yeah.
Okay. So just put an elbow there or something up to the top of the
Yeah.
concrete. Okay. On both ends and by the courthouse too. Okay. I think that's it.
All right.
Then we'll put it out for bids and see what happens.
Yeah.
Who knows anymore? Things are
A little bit in limbo.
way higher than they used to be.
Yeah, what was that old bid we found from when, what year?
I've been holding off on jacking
Remember
that.
that?
When would you want the work to happen? I mean, obviously, the tighter window you give a contractor, the more expensive it's going to be.
We've sat there for how many years?
Well, we started this clear back in, I think, '08,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
a long time.
We could have saved 150 grand if we had done it then.
So if
Well, at least.
it doesn't have to be
I think our estimate back then was like 150 instead of 350. So
Yeah.
that's how much things have went up in 15 years.
Yeah.
Doubled.
I
At
don't,
least.
I don't think it's a big 911 deal, but I mean, let's, obviously we're going to sit here and say the sooner the better, but we're
So
not the contractor.
to say we put this out for bids in February, just the earliest start date would probably be April, which would be amazing.
Yeah,
But give them clear to September.
I would say so.
I mean,
Yes.
it doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
So, okay.
No.
But we probably don't want to give them in the next, into 25.
No. Nope.
Okay, one that done this in 24.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
So on the grading, are they gonna base it off the sidewalk at the jail, or how are they gonna do that? 'Cause I'm trying to decide when I wanna get that jacked up, because I don't want to jack it too early, because everything I read about it is if you don't fix the leak or the drainage problem, it's gonna just sink back down. So I don't want to jack it too early.
Yeah, after we get bid, I mean, we can give you an elevation for the curb. Probably what we need to do.
Yeah.
What we're gonna have is an elevation out there on the west side.
I figured I'd go off the sidewalk and just set it with that, just a little bit higher to pull it out from the building, but
Yeah, we're not gonna change the elevation there a whole lot.
Okay.
It's what the sidewalk that's the right elevation. We
I
can't,
I don't want to do it too early, because that drainage was causing the problem. And if I do it, it may sink back down the first rain, who knows?
yeah,
I'll
okay,
put it on pressure.
Yeah.
okay.
All right, well, we have a plan.
Then you guys did get selected, switched off-system bridge program this last year. So I will be getting a contract to Rod to get started on that. So It's the one over northeast of Edson.
Yeah, like it's 32 or something. Road 32.
I think that's right.
Okay.
And KDOT on them, now they pay 100% of the construction and the construction engineering.
Yep.
So you'll just have to pay the design engineering.
Okay.
So, and any utility relocation, which shouldn't, it's probably all on your right of way, so there shouldn't be any cost there.
Right.
And we will have to get some construction easements, so there'll be a little bit of cost there, but not much.
Good.
So you get a new bridge.
Yep.
As cheap as you're ever gonna get one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
without having to do any of the work.
That's even better.
So that's a good program that they're supposed to fund that way for the next 3 or 4 years. And then it'll go back to 80/20.
Unfortunately, if you get one, I don't think you'll get, in the next 3 or 4 years, get a second one.
You won't get one the following year, but yeah, it'll be at least 2 years before you get another one. So you'll be hopefully get one more out of that. Why they're still funding 100%.
That'd be nice.
But yeah, they're trying to spread the money around.
Yeah.
It's just like the cost share. You guys got one right off the bat, and you haven't got one since.
Yep.
But I think we'll go ahead and submit that again in March.
Okay.
Maybe
Absolutely.
you'll get it again, but I don't know. Until everybody has, as long as there's new people putting money into that program, that new projects into that program, you're not gonna get selected. They're
Right.
trying to spread it around to everybody.
Sure.
Anyway,
All right.
thanks for everything, and
Thank you.
hope you had a Merry Christmas. And
Appreciate it.
I left some meat and cheese boxes here, and then some books. I'll leave calendars for anybody who wants them. So
All right.
thanks
appreciate
again for
it.
everything.
See you next year.
Thanks, Cheryl.
What's up on the agenda next? Okay. Well, I got resolutions in front of me. Tax exemption and incentive, and the economic development and approval of the applications. This was what you put forth, Brett.
Gilmore Bell provided the resolution, the policy which we have to adopt is a kind of joint policy of both the IRBs and the EDX. That was modeled off of Butler counties. And then the application is just a general form that will be submitted for consideration for one or the other.
Right.
So we've got to pass a resolution that, yes, you want to provide those programs, and then if you've all had a chance to review the policy, whether or not you approve the policy, which will be the guiding structure as to whether or not those applications get approved.
Now, who else has all looked at this?
Myself, well, obviously I drafted it. Ashley, Rochelle, and Jaleesa have looked at copies for their info.
So everybody's in agreement that it looks good?
That's all.
Looks acceptable? I would make a motion to adopt the IRB EDX resolution.
23-12.
23-12.
Been moved. Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Been moved and second. We approve resolution 23-12. Any other discussion?
Just had one question on that. Once we approve this, can we, something comes up that we don't agree with, can we back out of this
By resolution.
by resolution again? And it doesn't matter the party, everybody would qualify for this, is that correct?
If they meet the criteria set out in the policy, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is passed. Then we have the policies and procedures for the tax exemptions and incentive program. This is the teeth of the
That's correct.
resolution, so. And this is what you sent, was it?
Last week, yes.
Yes. Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the policies and procedures?
I gotta remember what I got here.
Have we done something like this in the past?
County is not the city.
County has. I make a motion to adopt policies and procedures for tax exemptions.
Do I hear a second?
A second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is passed. So I'll need to come over to your office and sign here where it says notary, or am I on the wrong page?
No, there should be a signature page right before it.
There we go. There you go, Harvey. Next resolution is our 30 by 30 preservation goal.
And that doesn't have a number, does it?
No, it does not. So we have not. I'll have to look at that a little bit.
On this resolution, it just basically says that we are against the federal government taking over land, right?
Yep.
But if an individual wants to sell to or work with the federal government, we have no right to keep them from doing that. Is that correct?
Correct.
Correct.
It's a declaratory resolution. It's simply a statement by the commission that you're not in favor of the federal government's 30 by 30 plan.
Let's see that.
Kind of read through it before. I just wanted to make sure that I was clear that if a farmer comes up and says, I'm selling my land to the federal government, we can't stop them from doing that.
Right.
Just letting them know ahead of time we're not for it.
Well, I make a motion to accept this resolution as no number, but declaration of that's against the 30/30 land.
Want to make that
Second.
2313?
2313.
2330.
2313.
And I second it.
Been moved and seconded. We approve resolution 2013. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion is passed. next thing we have is the Air Med contract. It says price increase of $10 per employee. Our census went down from last year. What would we go down 3?
It wasn't a whole lot.
Okay. But the bid would be $5,475 for the 75 employees, and right now we have 73. Okay. And this will be effective starting March 2nd of 2024.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
I will second.
And moved and seconded, we accept the contract with Air Medcare. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is passed.
The EMS match day funds. There's an email that kind of explains what that's all about. They don't get the funds until February. There's concern that the price for the lots might go up after the first of the year. So it's up to you guys whether you want the county to foot the bill or you want them to wait until after they receive the money.
Well, we're gonna be footing part of that bill anyway, aren't we?
I think they're actually.
They get enough to,
I don't remember.
I can't remember what, I think
I don't remember
that's
the total.
6,000 and some direct funds that didn't include the match. And I don't remember what her proposed budget for the program was.
I think it'd be just neater and cleaner to wait until they get their money.
sounds good to me.
Actually, is it pretty tough to take money in and throw it back? I mean, the process to do that, is it pretty messy?
It wouldn't be on a normal basis, but where we're at the end of the year, it is. Because you guys are making that decision here in 2023, so it's encumbered in 2023, and then we're crossing over in 2024 when it's actually spent and received back in.
Right.
So,
I
yes, potentially.
don't see a need to mess it up like that. That's just me.
Well, it's a great program, but I don't know if it matters I don't think things would go up that much.
If
Between now
it
and
does,
February.
we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I think.
Then can I ask for executive session for non-elected personnel, 15 minutes, please?
15, okay, 3 to 1,
Just me and you guys.
okay.
I'll make a motion for executive session for 15 minutes.
Second it for 15 minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Meeting will come back to order. I entertain a motion to continue executive session.
Make a motion to go into another executive session for 15 minutes, same group of people, non-elected personnel.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Executive session for 15 minutes, reconvene at 9:25. Meeting of the commissioners come back to order. Entertain motion from the floor.
I make a motion to accept the employee's application for sick leave.
I will second that.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is passed. We have some tax roll corrections, not collections.
No, about 12 of them. It's like,
AEL T 13 through,
Nope, they're all over the place.
oh,
Sorry.
okay. So the first one, you want me to just go through each one?
That's fine. Ready?
Okay, AEL,
I seen it 2023 dash whatever number.
23, 3043, 432. First one is 433.
Okay.
432, 431, 429, 428, 427, 275, 278, 272, 396, 426, and 426.
there's a 425.
426 and 425.
There's a 425 and then a 426.
No. My black locals fail me. 96. Yes, 425, sorry, and then 426.
I'll make a motion to approve all of those tax roll corrections.
Okay,
I'll second it.
been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is passed. I'll sign that.
And the reason why the numbers jump around, the treasurer's office was doing change orders from the tax sale to
Okay.
abate off the past taxes.
Okay.
Is there?
We have one more executive session,
Yeah.
sorry.
How long will we need for that one?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay.
I so move.
For
Executive.
attorney-client privilege.
I'll second it.
Discuss the documents we received from Folsom City.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We'll reconvene at 8:50 or 9:50, excuse me. 9:50. We'll come back to order, please. Is there any other items of business we need to bring before the commission? If not, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
And I second it.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion adjourned. You all have